But we're doing a little different system this time, so bear with us. We're trying to make sure this is a better experience for everyone.
Yeah, are we streaming through like a third party?
Yeah, we're streaming through a service called Restream. Yep, there it is. Just went live right there. Look at that. We can take this and share it via copy the link.
I'm gonna eat breakfast if you guys don't mind.
And Nixon eat breakfast. Which means we get to just listen to some Nick chewing.
Every day we get one step closer to being ASMR live stream.
Seriously. And every single day I fight to make that not happen. Cool. I'm gonna check YouTube. Let's see what's going on YouTube. This is a really cramped setup. Oh yeah, I got 2 people watching.
Really?
I'm gonna get your laptop because we're gonna need all hands on deck.
Oh man, I thought my laptop was down here.
I'll get it. You keep eating.
On today's edition of Everyone Watch Nick Eat Breakfast at 10 a.m. You know, it is kind of exciting. We've never gone live on YouTube before, and we kind of have no idea what we're doing on that platform. I mean, we still have no idea what we're doing on Facebook, don't get me wrong, but YouTube is just definitely new territory for us. But, you know, I don't have a chat pulled up. I'm sure everyone's saying hi and good morning and nice things like that. I want to know how the first, actionable challenge of Magic Month is going for people. How are the potions? Are we making potions? Are we posting potions? Just in case you guys ever doubted my loyalty to the Heroes Journal, this is my login screen on my computer is the wizard logo, and then there's a little sword and circle there.
His password's now Magic Month 1234. So if you're trying to get in there, that's not what it is. But
my password is just password is what it is.
Cool. Yeah. So welcome everyone on YouTube. I'm gonna have YouTube open on my computer. Nick will have when he gets all situated. He'll have Facebook on his. This is a new thing for us to be out here on YouTube. So hello Heather. For any new people who came in via Magic Month and are wondering why there's 2 guys eating and drinking coffee and not really talking about anything. That's because this is Saturday morning coffee chat, where it's all about just building the community, chatting with y'all, and taking the conversation wherever it goes, which is a pretty fun thing. So yeah, that is today. So if you're out there watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We have about 5 people on YouTube, and we have about, how many do we have on? We have about 21 on Facebook. So we're building our community a little bit here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and today Nick and I's potion is a little self-explanatory, being that this is coffee chat. It's the elixir of energy. It put in my lemon chalice.
I know. I have a blue mug. There used to be a Superman logo on here a long time ago, but we put it in the washing machine one too many times when we weren't supposed to, and it slowly melted off the side, wash after wash.
Does anyone have any mugs out there that are like they're like, this is one of Nick's favorite mugs? At least that's what he tells me every time he drinks out of it. This is one of my favorite mugs.
It's a good mug.
Do you have any mugs out there that maybe started off one way and ended up being another way?
We definitely had the recent discovery that people, everyone cares way more about mugs than I think people are willing to admit. And being that there's like a pandemic and everyone's had to adjust their work from home type setups, get more equipment. The other theory is that if you are watching this on a computer, you probably have a coffee cup within arm's reach.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Tell us down in the comments. If you can reach your arm out at any point right now and touch a coffee cup, let us know. It could be a new one. It could be an old cup of coffee from yesterday or a week ago. That's my theory.
Kristen Morales on YouTube said, I fully believe that I have a mug problem. I love them. They kind of reflect me. I feel I love coffee a lot. And I think because of that, mugs kind of go hand in hand with that. Yeah, this is fun. We got multiple like chats open.
Yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in on YouTube. This is our first time ever on the platform. So, what to do?
Yeah, it's funny because yesterday was probably was one of the weirder ones because we had like 100 people in the live stream. So we actually had like Zach and John like in the comments like responding to people from the Heroes Journal. In future I might outlaw food from the coffee chat.
You don't make the rules.
Sure I do. I 50%. If I have a LaCroix, if that counts, that kind of counts. New hero here tomorrow. Welcome. Excited to hang out with you as well. Yeah. So as you can tell, there's not a lot of direction right now, but yeah, we want to kind of get your guys' thoughts. So have you guys all looked through the PDF? Any additional thoughts? I mean, if we've had it out for about 24 hours. Every time I look at it, I get excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, for those of you guys who may not have been around during Quarantine Quest, know that we have some new heroes here and there. Quarantine Quest was back in June, and it was kind of our attempt to give people something that they could do every day for a month under the term side quest that helped make them feel more productive about their day, especially because everyone was like stuck inside and it was kind of a new thing for the world. This is kind of back in a time when I think people were a little more, we'll say, excited about staying home, like excited about the new challenge of like, the right thing, like doing the right thing, which was staying home and all that stuff. So it was a little more lighthearted. Now, months later, obviously we're releasing a new journal for doing a Kickstarter. This is kind of our way of a nod to Magic Month or a nod to Quarantine Quest. Magic Month is the same thing, but restructured as a celebration of magic and some fun side quests for the next 32 days. So that's kind of what is going on right now. But this is all new for you. But if it's not, I want to hear your opinions. Are you more excited about Magic Month and Quarantine Quest? Give me the honest truth here.
Brandon Lionhearted said, yo. Hey, Brandon.
Yo.
Krista Morales had pretty good feedback. I love Magic Month. It's short, sweet, and to the point. I don't feel overwhelmed to use it with my main Heroes Journal too. That's a pretty good. That's what we wanted. And for those of you who are thinking it, Ryan actually all the art is original to Magic Month. We didn't reuse any of the art from, like some of it is like tiny bit, but for the most part, like all of it are unique pieces to Magic Month. So it's like It's genuinely fresh and new and something we put a lot of effort into.
Yeah, you won't see that in the new journal.
Yeah, and Amy said I think I should keep it going. There's definitely like we have something called Kickstart Quest. It's only 7 days, but
yeah, it's not really, I guess, like an evergreen thing, if you want to call it that. It's definitely more of something that we are trying to do to help people who maybe feel like they're in a rut, to kind of kick things back into gear. So it's less, long term, like a month of kind of like side quests. It's more of kind of a little more intro content, a little more kind of like getting back on the horse kind of thing, but in our style, which is very much like kind and friendly. It's not like shame based, like, oh, you just got to wake up earlier and work out harder and all that stuff. It's like being kinder to yourself, but kind of in a shorter period of time to kind of get that momentum back. So that's Kickstart Quest. So anyway.
Yeah, and then Tanya had a good idea. Maybe doing it like once or twice a year. That's probably something we can do. I mean, we're already on track to do it once this year, and once last year. So it's a tradition at this point. But yeah, I think that it's something that we enjoy doing. It's not. It's a pretty large lift, so we want to make sure that if we do it well. ER Black on YouTube said, "Oh, it's not the new journal. Then I gotta download it."
Yeah, it's totally free. That's the best part about it. Also, I want to give a shout out to Sarah. Sarah just got a Royal Purple journal, which means
love that.
You
Twins.
and I, Sarah, are currently matching. And I just started this, so you can probably catch up. And I haven't really been keeping up with it like I have in the past, so you can definitely catch me.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely falling behind too.
Yeah, gosh, yeah, I probably haven't written in my journal.
We could probably.
I think the last time I wrote was on Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
And the Saturday before that.
I know. I've
That's
like
okay. I'm
fallen
not mad
behind a
about
little bit. I'm going to have to get a new journal soon. I'm in Act 2 of my story. That's great.
That's cool.
Yeah. Act 2 is because Act 2. I think Act 2 houses my favorite scene. I love the mountains. Right, the mountains are in Act 2. When you see the Gauls.
Oh yeah. You have The Act 2 is very expansive because you hit 3 different like sceneries kind of thing. Like you're hitting the desert, you hit the mountains, and then you also hit the cave. I think.
Yeah,
you should probably know that. Yeah, so that's kind of how I view Act 2. There is something very different about the Act 2 this time around.
Yeah.
Should we share the? Should we spill little beans?
Little tea.
Little tea on this Saturday morning.
I
I do want to give a quick shout out before we spill any beans to Mackenzie. She said that she writes a side quest in her journal from Magic Month, so it's kind of all together.
Oh wow.
Which I think is
That's really cool.
Because there is a little bit of like what do I do with Magic Month if I'm in the rhythm of using my journal, and I like how she kind of consolidates it all in the long term like master document of the story, which I think is the journal. It's not like necessarily the Magic Month PDF for everyone, so it is a nice reminder where it's like a month of your journal is like, yeah, I did these side quests for Magic Month.
I don't think we're gonna spill a tea yet. But
We're not.
yeah, we gave away a lot of tea yesterday. And we also, I'm going to respond to Brandon on YouTube. But also, before I do that, if you guys haven't, and you want to hear more about the journal in kind of a more long form, Nick and I go into depth about the the Historia Magic Academy journal on our podcast that released this morning. I wouldn't normally like pitch something like that to you guys here, but we did give away a lot of the tea on that particular thing. So if you want to hear more about the journal, what our thought process was, and kind of the process of building this journal, we go deep into that on that podcast.
Everyone on Facebook is yelling beans, and I think it's hilarious because it's evolved from spill the beans to just beans.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Juliana commented on our like Instagram post, and she put there's no bean emoji that she could find, so she just put potatoes. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. She's like, spill the beans, but it was all potato emojis, and she's like, pretend those are beans.
All right, I'm going to get to Brandon's.
Okay.
Brandon said, I'm a longtime hero, and on the note of being overwhelmed. Even with the journal, I do sometimes feel overwhelmed by my goals and less focus on the process, the journey. Any advice? That's it's a very real thing that you feel. I think that I feel that all the time. So for me, like what I've done in the past, I've had very concrete goals. I ran track in college, so I was very like time, like workouts. It's very trackable.
Nice.
And yeah.
Trackable.
But what I found for me personally is like taking the importance away from the quantifiable aspects of the goal and getting back to why I wanted to why I wanted to achieve that certain thing in the first place. So even like for me, I have a lot of goals. Like I want to become better at like being operational for the business. I want to know more. I want to be able to make better decisions. I want to be able to work with people better. I want to do all these things that are very specific. But I tell myself every day that if I can get up and I can like feel like I got to win, and I could take away the pressure of not having read 10 books about business operations or listen to every podcast that Joe Rogan's ever made or something like that about being a better podcaster. It's like if I can take away the stress of the specific goal and I can get back to why I want to do that, that's my advice for how I do it for myself. But maybe Nick, you have probably more advice. Kind of North Star versus Quest.
It was Brandon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon. I'm not. There's probably some more questions I would ask to dig deeper into it. Because from what I can tell, it seems like the goal you have is the right goal. I mean, the truth about a goal is, maybe very much like magic, is that it is kind of like a protest against reality. It is kind of challenging the status quo. even if it's interpersonally, even if no one ever finds out about it. It is you protesting to your comfort zone that you want something different in life, or maybe you want something more, or maybe you want something less. Whatever it is, it's kind of a changing of reality, which I think we've kind of associated at this point with magic, right? Casting a spell is like, changing reality as we know it. And the truth is that's really difficult. It's really, really, really difficult. Now, the bad news is like that makes things a little uncomfortable. But the good news is that heroes don't exist in like comfortable scenarios. That's not where they're made. Heroes are made by the difficult decisions they make. They're defined by the day in and day out like status of allegiance to that difficult decision and continuing that protest against the status quo. So I think that there is something to be expected about things being a little overwhelming as you continue through your goal. I would maybe try to redefine the word overwhelm with just kind of like a nervous excitement, sure, things aren't perfect and sure you may feel like you are not where you want to be yet, or maybe you don't deserve to be where you want to be yet. But the real thing you should be looking at is that you aren't where you started. And that's a really important point. It's like, you may not be at the end point of your quest. You may not be the hero that you want to be quite yet, but just the simple fact that you got out of your comfort zone, maybe it was a month ago, maybe it was 2 months ago, maybe it was a year ago, maybe you've been on this quest for a long time. That simple fact is really, really worth celebrating. Maybe you're comparing yourself to other people, or maybe you're, comparing yourself to what your vision or what you thought it was going to be. Yeah, I would just encourage you to redefine what overwhelming means. And I don't know, like Kyle was saying, like, get focused on your why, which is kind of like an origin story. It's like, why did Brandon set out from the comfort zone in the first place? Why did we start this protest against the status quo in the first place? And hopefully you find some kind of reassurance to put the overwhelm at odds and keep you encouraged to keep going. It's kind of my best advice off the hip.
That was great advice. LL gave some great advice on the YouTube chat. I have to take a moment for Juliana's comment. She gave Zach some big ups, or was that Bert who made that one?
Oh, the ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on Facebook, Juliana said, also, I don't know who creates your ads, but one of them shows a guy with a yellow exclamation point over his head, like he has a quest for you, World of Warcraft style, and I thought that was kind of nerdy and fun, especially since I've been back on the World of Warcraft horse. So first of all, congratulations for stepping back into the World of Warcraft, Juliana. Kyle and I played World of Warcraft for a little bit, but we just couldn't keep up with it. So I envy you.
We don't even do our own chores, let alone doing someone else's.
So anyway, it does actually look a lot like WoW. Zach, I don't think he's ever played WoW, so I don't even think. So Zach made that ad, creative, particularly, and I don't know if Zach has ever. I don't know if he's ever played World of Warcraft, so I think it was entirely off the hip.
He's honestly, Zach is one of the most well-informed people about things. Like he knows a lot about Dungeons and Dragons and has never played Dungeons and Dragons. Like he like, yeah, I don't know. So maybe he has like a working understanding.
Yeah, Zach is chronically aware of just things.
Yeah. Definitely
not like necessarily a master of all things, but he's one of those people that definitely prides himself on being able to have a conversation with like anyone. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of, that's a lot of the reason that we like Zach so much. But
yeah.
I feel bad. I feel like I tease people on Facebook with the beans thing about the Act 2.
But we gave him beans because we have the podcast. The podcast spills so many beans that we don't want to get. Yeah, we talked a lot. I kind of rewatched it back a little bit today.
Oh, really?
And I was like,
did I talk about the Act 2 thing?
No, but that we can wait.
It's not that big of a deal, though.
We gotta have like some things we don't like.
I know.
It's a month away.
I know.
We gotta hold some things close to our chest.
I know.
Juliana says chronically aware.
I do want to address one really quick practical thing. Amy, a little while back, mentioned that she's waiting on the bookmarks that she ordered. So we actually just got our order yesterday for the bookmarks and shipped them out yesterday, right?
Yeah, they're all sent out.
Yeah, so they are actually on their way. So if you got the bookmark pack, that means you have 4 bookmarks, and they look amazing, by the way. They are coming to you We actually went to a local printer to get these printed, and they look really, really great.
They look even.
They look more vivid than the ones
Yeah.
that come with the journal. Sorry, guys. It's not that big of a difference, but we're really proud of them, and they're all packed and they're shipped out. And it was like a really fun, like, I think it was the first time we ever done like a I don't want to call it a fire sale, but it was a question of like, can we put this on our website and fulfill the orders in a week without like the wheels falling off, without us like, losing our minds. And I think we did. And I hope that like we got in people's good graces. I hope that people enjoyed that. We didn't really make any money from selling these bookmarks. We kind of did it at cost, but it was our way of just being like, you guys deserve bookmarks, and you deserve to have a little habit tracker that matches your journals.
Yeah.
That's just, for the sake of continuity, it's important.
Yeah, it was. We were kind of. So first of all, I gotta recognize LL. LL liked the combo between this mug and my journal.
Is LL on YouTube?
Yeah. Made the switch.
Traitor. I know. I'm team Facebook over here,
Yeah.
and Kyle's team YouTube. Just kidding.
But we were a little like, we were getting a lot of emails about the bookmarks, and we had some extras. We didn't have enough, and we weren't able to make a specific I didn't want to make a promise because I didn't know how many people wanted. But we worked with the same company that printed the maps for the November release. We went to them. We were like, hey, can you do this? And they were like, super easy, got it done, super fast. Yeah. So if you're in the Kirkland area and need something printed, Leatherback Printing is great. They do an amazing job.
They really do. Ask for Darren.
Yeah. It's funny because like every time I just want to like do more work with them. We don't necessarily have things for them to print, but I just like working with them so much that I just like want to make up projects for them to print. Like when we went to FedEx to get this thing printed, we were like, do we just go to like Leatherback? And we realized it was probably kind of a waste of their time. But yeah,
we should have, because they printed it backwards.
Twice.
Thanks, FedEx. We love you. Okay. I know I'm not supposed to. I'm going to spill the beans about Act 2.
All right.
Okay. So it's not a big deal, but everyone keeps hounding me about it. So here's what's happening with the difference between the journal we have now and the act structure and the journal that we have coming out. So I'm not sure how much you guys are familiar with act breakdowns, like in movies or plays or whatever, but usually Act 2 is the longest. It's kind of where the meat of the story is. That's the sandwich of the story. Okay. Act 1 and 3 are the pieces of bread. Anyway, so we, because we're introducing so much new art, one thing we didn't really mention on the front end is like, yes, every single daily page is different from one another, which we're really excited about. But there's actually more sections this time around too. I believe there's 13 sections.
Yeah.
We have 9 right now. So what that means is that right now there's about 9, maybe 9 or 10 days that you have with every single daily page. And then you get to a reflection, right? Then you move on to a new section, then a reflection, then you move on to another section, and then an act. This time around, you actually only have 7 days. So if you're someone who, does your journal every single day, you will kind of get a little continuity with the flow of the week. So you'll have and it's not designed for that. It just kind of fell like that. Every, am I saying this right? Or is it 9 days?
No, every 7 days.
Is it every 7 days?
Yeah.
I've confused myself.
It's 13 weeks.
What I'm trying to say is that there are way more reflection sections in this. I think there's about 5 more than there used to be. So what that did is it kind of messed up the perfect like linear cookie cutter approach that we had to the act concept in the first journal. So we had to make Act 2 true to form from other stories and make it longer. So what you have now is you have 2 reflection sections at the beginning, then an act break, which is there's a new we have a couple new things that I won't spill the beans on those yet. But we have an act break, and then we have, I think it's like 5 or 6 sections until there's another act break. And then the last act break has just 2 or 3 sections. So you have a way longer Act 2, which I'm excited about. So anyway.
And the reason it's exciting, and this is the beans that I wasn't going to spill, but now I'm going to spill it because this is why it's exciting, is because your classes are in Act 2. It's like all your classes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it like
Yeah,
Act
part of the
1 you're
story.
like getting there. Yeah. So
Act 1 you're getting to school. Act 2 you're kind of exploring the conflict. You, which is the main character of the hero in there. You is kind of experiencing some trials and challenges and growing, and the story's evolving. Then Act 3 is sort of that like resolution of the story and what happens. So the story structure should be sound, which I'm excited about. But anyway, and the reflection questions I'm actually really proud of. They are a little more in tune with the story, a little more in tune with the lore. And I think we ask some better questions and just more frequent questions. That's one thing that we've got a lot of feedback to, is just like, I want more prompts, I want more reflections. So we tried to increase that. I haven't counted, but there's definitely more questions in this one than the last one. I should take account. But anyway, yeah, that's enough beans for today.
yeah, that's it. No more beans.
No more beans till next week.
Cheyenne said, Kyle, you should use magic tape to get Nick to stop spilling the magic beans.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of, we have a lot of comments. So someone said it. I'm going to say it. I'm watching YouTube, so all the comments on YouTube, that's going into Kyle's brain. So if you want to say something to Kyle, be on YouTube. If you want to say something to Nick, be on Facebook. LL was funny. LL said, LL, first of all, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. That's not great. But LL said, I'm not feeling well, and I'm too tired to figure out how to switch platforms. Which is really funny.
That's okay, LL.
Yeah, just ended up just found their way to YouTube. Yes, this is our first coffee chat on YouTube, which is super exciting. I'm really excited about it. Also, how do you guys feel about the corner? How do you guys feel about like this? Do we like this setup? Should we switch to like how we do our podcast, where it's like long table? Should we go really close up against this wall? Should we go only door? Let's get some feedback.
Is the focus weird for you guys? Have you noticed that? I think the camera has a hard time like focusing on like when we move stuff, when we put stuff in front of the camera. I think it's actually because of the wall, because it's like it's having a confusing time with the depth of field, because there's like that wall's farther away than this wall, and the camera's like, what's going on? Who do I focus on?
Benjamin just said on YouTube, it's nice to see people close together.
Isn't it weird when you? It's weird. The weirdest thing is watching movies that came out a couple of years ago, or even like watching shows, or even seeing like old like Instagram stories or YouTube videos where people are close together and not wearing masks. Or like out to dinner, they're all sitting at like a restaurant or something. You're like, where are their masks?
Or movies, yeah.
I know, we've all been reprogrammed.
Yeah, I think it's funny because like we live together, which is a lot, but the only way we'd be able to work in close proximity like this is if we live together.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's weird how that has now become like a mandatory thing. Like, do you think there's any companies that just like they just like got like a dorm and people just like live together so that they
a hype house?
Yeah, yeah. Like they transition, they moved everyone in the same place so that they can like quarantine.
They're like, all right, marketing team, you're all gonna have to live together now.
I guess the NBA did that with the bubble, but
yeah.
Do you think that there's any bubbles, but for like Google or something?
Probably
the Google bubble.
Yeah, probably work in progress name.
But, we're not set on the name.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I'm sure that post quarantine, we'll probably hear some of the innovations that these companies took to keep their work on track. Also, Juliana is saying hello from Facebook.
Hi, Juliana.
She is our Facebook liaison, or I guess YouTube ambassador.
No, what's funny is Kristen said the line in the background, so the line of the two walls, makes it seem like we're CGI'd and we're actually in different rooms.
I know. I was thinking about that.
Yeah. Heather said, I can't imagine living with my coworkers. We were friends first. We were roommates before we were coworkers, which definitely helps. But maybe it hurts. Maybe like we came in with some bad habits.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle puts it really well. We've talked about this a lot over the last couple of years because, I mean, the truth is, no matter how you cut it up, being close friends, living together, and running and like, here's the other thing. We worked the same full-time job together for a while, and we were running this thing on the side and living together. So it's just a lot of touch points across a lot of different, I don't know, I guess topics. And so the way Kyle puts it is that it just puts a lot of mileage on like a relationship. Like you are, trying to like hang out and like keep a friendship. You're trying to live together, not, hate each other as roommates. And then you're also trying to run a small business. So it's definitely a lot of touch points. We've learned a lot. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend it to like everyone. Like even our CPA, when we like sat down with her, she was like, okay, so what am I getting myself into here?
Right.
She like didn't want to work with us because she's probably seen, the fallout of what can happen. So I don't know if it's the best blueprint for starting something, but
yeah, it's funny because I think our lawyer and our CPA both wrote in like contingency plans for like if our friendship fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so far it's going well. I only hate Nick behind closed doors. Just kidding, that was a joke. Benjamin asked, are there any affiliate opportunities? Not yet. We've thought about it. It's something that we want to like expand into.
Yeah, there's just a big and kind of new operations problem with influencers.
Yeah.
Right? Did that go through? I think there was I think it was a law that was in.
Oh, recently?
Yeah. Wasn't that the new tax law about
that's been around forever.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
since like the beginning of affiliate marketing. That's been a little bit of a thing. So when you do e-commerce, every state has state sales tax. Well, Oregon, like states that don't have it, but like states that have sales tax have their own sales taxes that are paid to the state. So if I send a journal to let's say Colorado, I don't have to pay sales tax in Colorado because my company doesn't operate in Colorado. I only have to pay sales tax in Washington. But when you have an affiliate marketer in a different state, that now you are now saying to that state that you are operating there because you have someone kind of working for you in that state. So now you have to pay sales tax on all of the orders in that state because you now have like what they call is like a nexus. I think that's what they're called. Maybe I'm just thinking about.
No, it's called a nexus.
But so we're trying to figure out the best way to do that because then I would have to go from paying sales tax in Washington to adding every state that we have an affiliate marketer in, and making sure that's a good trade-off. So that's the long answer of that particular thing. But we do want to do it. I think it's a really great program. And I think it's something that could be really beneficial.
Well, we do have some comments on Facebook about a few things. One of which is the angle. Some people do like the corner, but it seems like the overwhelming response is people want more door. They want more door. The people of Facebook have spoken. Also, they said, what's it like being able to hug someone that isn't a family member? And I said, I ain't got friends. I got family.
He's Vin Diesel out here.
Couldn't tell you. They're all family to me.
LL said, I'm so behind on the times. I was thinking affiliate was a coy way of asking if he could be a roommate. Like how I want to be your adopted grandma. LL, you can be our adopted grandma 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never thought about adopting a grandma before.
Seriously. Well, wait, would we be adopting her or would she be adopting us?
I know it's weird when you're the younger one.
But I think she'd be adopting us.
It's kind of like those stickers that people put on their car after they rescue a dog, and it's like, who rescued who? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are asking about more beans to be spilled. They're asking about the companion journal.
We don't even have enough information about.
Yeah, we're getting into territory regarding beans. We haven't even grown the beans yet. We can't even spill the beans. We don't have them quite yet. So I don't want to give away too many beans there.
It's a mutual adoption. Is what LL said.
A mutual adoption.
I love that.
It's a merger.
LL, you can't see it, but you're getting a lot of love on Facebook.
Yeah, Juliana and LL are definitely connecting.
Yeah.
Cross-platform today.
Yeah. I restrict thou spillage. We're getting crazy on the beans. No, yeah, there are like a lot of things we'll explore, but we don't want to like tell too much information before we have actual answers based off that stuff. Reed's here, by the way, on YouTube.
Oh yeah, what's up, Reed? Reed, we watched your unboxing review video.
Yeah, it was great.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Brandon said, y'all have shared more than enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a full month of getting to just drop
Right.
beans.
Beans are hard to digest, and they take
It's
a
true.
little bit for your body to digest them anatomically. And so if we just shove beans on your plate, you're not going to be able to appreciate each meal that we have for you. That was a weird metaphor.
Did you see Zach's? We need to roast more beans before we can spill anymore. Yeah, Zach is really good about like.
Are they coffee beans or? I was thinking they were like black beans this whole time.
Yeah, me too.
What kind of beans do you guys think that we're spilling here?
Yeah, I honestly thought it was baked beans. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was like.
Of course they're metaphorical, but what is the actual thing you think of? Do you think coffee beans? Do you think lima beans? Do you think
It is
soybeans?
it is
Are those the
coffee
same
chat.
thing? What?
It's coffee chat, so technically it would be coffee beans, right?
That's a good point. Yeah,
It's
it'd be on brand.
It would be on brand for this particular. Yeah, but Brandon assumed baked beans. Heather assumed baked beans. Eben Hawk podcast assumed coffee beans.
Okay, everyone's saying coffee beans.
Okay. Oh, LL said magic beans. Duh. Boom. James and the not James and Giant Peach. Jack and the Beanstalk.
Guys, I have to tell you this story.
It's one of the more embarrassing.
It's one of my favorite memories of Kyle, and it happened not too long ago. Where were we going?
We were flying to
Boise.
Canada.
No. It was like recent.
Was it? I thought it was when we went to go see Lord of the Rings in concert.
No, it was like I think it was when we were flying back from Boise.
It could have been. It definitely could have been. I don't know.
Anyway, we were
only
somewhat
been on a plane
recently.
twice
I
together.
think it was before the Well,
No, it would have had to been
Boise.
Calgary. Because it was at least a year ago.
Anyway, we were on a plane together. Kyle was sitting next to me. It was one of those planes where they have movies, that you can watch. So I, for whatever reason, had the odd, desire to watch an old but odd movie called Beetlejuice. And I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with the character Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times and he appears. It's an old movie. It's super weird and, I don't know, kind of out there. But I just wanted to watch it. So I did. I watched it. I don't think Kyle's ever seen this movie.
I have. It's been a long time.
Okay, that makes it even funnier. So then we land, and I just finished the movie, and Kyle turns to me, and he goes, I saw you watching that movie. What's it called? James and the Giant Peach.
No, you said Beetlejuice. I was like, was that the one with the giant peach?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's the punchline. That actually does make it way funnier. I told you the title of the movie. Oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, Beetlejuice. He's like, that's the one with the giant peach, right? It's
Wait,
amazing.
people are counting. What are we saying a lot? We're saying something a lot of times.
Oh, the times that we're saying Beetlejuice.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. That's like one of the shticks.
Oh, you
in
don't
the
say it 3
movie.
times. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they'll count. 1, 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, I ruined the punchline, but that's one of my favorite stories. That's some of the giant peach. Oh my goodness gracious.
Melissa is going cross platforms. See, Melissa knew that I wasn't going to spill the beans, so Melissa went over to Facebook to ask about the colors. And she, and they even said
I'm
that.
susceptible.
Beetlejuice and the giant peach.
There you go. The crossover no one wanted.
Yeah, everyone's really mad at me on YouTube for saying it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Kyle literally just summoned him. I've always wanted to meet Johnny Depp. Is that him? Is that Johnny Depp's in Beetlejuice, isn't he?
I don't think so.
I thought he was. Who's the actor in Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I don't think it's not Johnny Depp. I don't think it's Johnny
LL just said, "Don't be a crap weasel," which is probably one of the funniest things to call someone.
I think that's from Beetlejuice.
Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
It's Michael Keaton. Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Now, if Imagine if Johnny Depp was in James and the Giant Peach.
Look at
That
you
would have
guys.
been
You guys got it. You guys just look how many Michael Keatons are in the chat right now.
right.
Michael Keaton. Love it.
Batman.
You guys know your movies.
Yeah, seriously, I don't. Apparently,
Yeah, it's a really odd name. Speaking of movies, though, I want to know. I want to poll the audience here. What magical movie or show do Kyle and I have to watch before the end of this month?
seriously.
Because there's been a lot of talk about things that Kyle and I haven't seen or haven't partaken in, and I'm sure that there are great pieces of content, watchable content, that we can watch together that have kind of flown under the radar for us. So
We did watch Pixar Soul. I almost bought the. I was at Target yesterday looking for stuff.
Mhm.
I almost bought the what's the old way to play music with the
a record player.
a record player. I almost bought the soundtrack to the movie Pixar's movie Soul, on vinyl.
Vinyl.
That's it.
And a record player, or just the vinyl?
Just the vinyl. I almost bought just the vinyl. But I was like, is Soul magical or is that like not magical? It's probably not, but it's great. It's so good.
Yeah, it's done really well.
Ooh, we should watch The Prestige.
Dude, I love The Prestige. I'd rewatch it any day. It's in my top 5 movies
Yeah.
of all time.
That one has Christian Bale, right?
Yeah. I think so. It has Hugh Jackman, and then I don't remember who the other guy is. I think it is Christian Bale. It's definitely Hugh Jackman.
People are giving me credit on the fact that Johnny Depp looks like is Edward Scissorhands, who has a similar look.
Yeah, that was the vibe I
Thing
got.
about Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp always looks like he's in Beetlejuice.
What's Lock and Key? I feel like I've seen that before. Lock and Key. Merlin. There's like a modern Merlin. There's like isn't there like a show that somewhat recently came out? Fairy Tale. Is Fairy Tale a show? Willow. The Magician's a bit dark, but fantastic.
Wait, is Firefly magic?
I thought it was like sci-fi cowboy type stuff.
John said space magic.
Space Mage.
And it was Christian Bale in Prestige. And Hugh Jackman.
People are saying Merlin or Lock and Key.
We're getting Firefly.
Really?
The old Merlin was brilliant too.
I
Yeah.
don't think anyone's dropped Firefly on Facebook yet.
I think all of our Firefly people are on YouTube. It's Cheyenne and LL.
Mackenzie just dropped a old yet golden show called Charmed. Did you ever watch Charmed?
I think I watched it like when it was on like ABC Family and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
like
my
randomly.
mother, chronically, still to this day, watches Charmed
Really?
on network TV, commercials and everything. And like, I'll go visit my parents and then it'll just be on the TV. And I'm like, man, I think it has a lot of seasons. It went on for a long time, but I ended up watching a whole lot of it. It's a good show.
Umbrella Academy.
Ooh. I tried to get into Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, I think I might be able to go back.
I think I watched the first 5 episodes and I was a little, don't hate me, but underwhelmed.
This is the vibe I get from Umbrella Academy, and I think it's wrong, but this is what I get. Remember the movie The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Wow, that was a great comparison.
Right?
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Wow. That was one of the most unexpected things I've ever heard. I mean, you've heard this story about the Beetlejuice thing. Kyle doesn't usually know movies super well. That was a really good comparison. That's exactly my feelings about the Umbrella Academy.
I have moments of brilliance.
Yep. That was a shimmer. That was amazing.
Lost Girl was a great magical series. Have you ever seen Lost Girl?
Never heard of Lost Girl.
That was Benjamin gave us that shout out. We're getting Avatar: The Last Airbender. Would Avatar see? There is magic involved with Avatar, but I think that Avatar would actually fall more into like the kung fu, like kind of more like specific anime budget, like bucket, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that, I mean, here's the thing. And I know this is a crime against humanity. I've never seen Avatar.
Yeah.
The show. I didn't grow up watching it like I think a lot of people did. And here's the real tragedy. I tried to watch the live action movie. And I think as the world knows, pretty bad, and it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth for the entire series. But I do plan to go watch it. But I do think it's more anime than it is magic, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Juliana just said psych.
I love Psych. Nick and I have
There's this
gone.
weird line in Kyle and I's friendship when it comes to like shows. I like Kyle, like I think you love like Scrubs.
I went through a big
Psych,
USA Network phase.
Burn Notice.
Yeah, I don't like Burn Notice. Burn Notice wasn't my thing.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, I don't like Burn Notice.
Okay.
It's just like, but I liked Suits. I liked White Collar.
White Collar. They all
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
the same like kind of vibe about them. I kind of abhor all of them. Except for Monk.
Know who just joined the YouTube
Monk
chat?
is great.
Is Pete, our old roommate Pete.
What did Pete say?
Pete said, "Shapes on mugs missing a huge brand plug here." That's a really good point.
That's funny.
We should have Shapes on mugs right here, front and center.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you should talk to Zach. Zach's our the director of marketing over at
Speaking of
Shapes on
Zach,
Mugs.
Zach just said we should watch 3-hour compilations of Penn and Teller Fool Us, which is, by the way, a really good show.
By the way, I have no idea what that means.
Do you know who Penn and Teller are?
Nope.
They're like the two like famous stage magicians. They're like a combo. One of them doesn't talk.
What?
Yeah, like one of them's like silent, like he never says anything, and then the other guy's like a really like kind of charismatic big guy. You probably, if you saw them, you'd recognize them.
Maybe.
They've been famous for like 20, 30 years probably. They're like huge in Vegas. Okay, so anyway, they're like the I don't know. I don't even know how you don't know who they are, but they have a show where they bring on other stage musicians and they watch. They do the person on the stage does a trick, and they try and figure out how they did the trick. And the thing is like, can you fool Penn and Teller? And it's entertaining to see these like master,
But how did they not get blackballed for telling people like that's the only rule in magic is that a magician never tells their trick.
I think that they've done a good job of like kind of evolving with the times. They kind of realize that it's not about having the big secret magic trick anymore, but just being able to pull off kind of a non-magical trick in plain sight, being able to fool everyone, even though people are looking for the trick. Like you still did it in a way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
What's interesting is, so Jimmy jumped over to my side of the table.
Sorry, Jimmy.
And said, but Jimmy's James on YouTube. So it's like a whole different ego, like alter ego. Yeah. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the difference between Jimmy and James. Do y'all plan on having these coffee talks every week? This is dope. Yeah, we do. We do it. We've done it. I looked back. I think our first scheduled coffee chat was in September. So we've done it every Saturday since September.
Yeah. Haven't
but-
missed one.
Yeah, we actually technically live streamed on YouTube last week, but for some reason it went into our scheduled videos. It didn't actually go live. So we have a full thing. We have a full like a full live stream that's just queued, but we never released it because it'd be kind of weird to watch.
I got one for you.
Okay.
This is from Facebook. This is from Melinda. The Witcher.
Ooh.
Did you ever finish The Witcher?
I never really started it.
I think I started and never really got into it for some reason.
Do you remember how we started it? Bringing it back to Pete.
I think Pete was.
Yeah, Pete was watching it on HBO. Was it on HBO?
Well, no, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. I remember he was
Pretty sure.
watching it.
I think I tried to get into it and I fell asleep during it.
I initially got into The Witcher because my dad bought the game, The Witcher.
Didn't your dad hate it though?
He hated it.
I bought the game and I actually really liked it, but I just didn't want to play it. So maybe I really didn't like it.
Yeah, so the reason is because he played Red Dead Redemption, and he 100%ed it. He loved it so much he
Loved it.
did every side mission.
Not the new one, the old one.
the old one.
The new one's
And
great too, but he's an OG.
so he was trying to find a second, like a comp, and he hated it. Nicole's over on my side now. People want to hang out with me. I'm just saying. You might have more people over there, but all the OGs are over here, except for, I guess, Juliana's over there.
Neela said Dexter.
Is Dexter magical?
Doesn't really feel like very magical. I do love Dexter though.
Doctor Who is magical, right?
Definitely more sci-fi.
Doctor Who's more sci-fi, but he has a
think
flying
so.
car. That's not like but it's not like a space car. It's like a normal car.
Well, I think it's time dimensional travel.
Time dimensional travel feels, I guess is that more space? Sci-fi?
I think that's definitely. I think it's a little more proprietary to sci-fi. I mean, but here's the thing: like Harry Potter has time travel in it.
It's true. Melissa agrees with you. Melissa says more sci-fi.
Thanks, Melissa. I gotta catch up on these Facebook comments.
It's not a car. Okay. Yeah. LL wants to know how we get Giuliano over into YouTube. You know.
Juliana, don't go. Don't go to the dark
I
side.
think saying it probably helps. I think calling
Everyone
out
wants to
that
go to the
comment.
new cool platform. Everyone wants to jump ship to YouTube.
It's true.
We're
Brandon
strong over
says.
here on Facebook.
Brandon says Doctor Who is straight up sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly.
Brandon's leaving. Bye, Brandon.
See you, Brandon.
It was great. It was great hanging out with
Yeah,
you.
that was a great question you asked, and welcome. I think it was your first time
Yeah,
listening and watching. So.
we're here every Saturday. Come join. Sip some coffee or whatever you enjoy. It's a police box. I don't know what that means.
It's like the thing he travels in, right? People are loving The Witcher. People really want us to
Blood splatter magic.
yeah, that's a stretch. For
Supernatural.
Oh yeah, Supernatural.
Guess who just made the plunge? Guess who left Nick and came over to Kyle's side of the table? Juliana.
Traitor.
Oh, Juliana said I got 2 devices up now like a badass.
Oh,
Dang.
talking out of both sides.
Huh.
Ruining our analytics.
You know, I actually watched Lucifer for a little bit.
Did you? Did
Yeah.
you watch Lupin too?
No.
Okay, someone threw that out here. I think I've been seeing it advertised around on Netflix, and people got good things to say about it.
So I feel bad. I feel like I've been wasting my show time recently. I haven't been wasting it because I love the show, but I feel like I've been wasting it because I could be catching up on all these really great, shows. I've been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like I've been just like binging Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I probably should be using that time to watch. I think you spelled Trader Traitor.
Oh, you're right. That's like a merchant.
Yeah, how dare you be a merchant?
Yeah, we're the traders. She's traded Facebook for YouTube.
I started Star Trek Discovery. I think we talked about this.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
That's right.
The problem is the episodes are so long. The thing I like about
Really?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm like very like I need a lot of change. They're 19-minute episodes.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is great.
I can absolutely cruise through that.
Really, it's very snappy comedy.
Yeah,
Disenchantment. Someone said Carnival Row, which I tried to watch because it has Orlando Bloom in it, and Legolas. But for whatever reason,
Juliana just roasted you.
it just wasn't. It wasn't doing it for me.
Orlando Blooms.
Yeah, I think it's a Hulu exclusive. I wonder if they're still making it.
Is Juliana a part of the Funny Alliance?
I don't know. That was a good joke.
That was a really good joke.
That's definitely a good application to the Funny Alliance. We're gonna have to get Jimmy James on this.
Jimmy James. It's funny because in Parks and Rec, it's Jimmy Jam. That's like the guy who has the.
It's just Jam.
I thought they called him Jimmy Jam.
No.
I thought that was somewhere in there. Anyways, ooh, should we watch Mary Poppins?
Never ending story. I'll visit Falcor any day.
Carissa Patty, y'all are breaking my heart here. What did we do?
Yeah, what did we do wrong?
Tell Nick that Orlando Bloom I can't read. Tell Nick that Orlando Bloom was great in Midsummer Murders.
Never heard of Midsummer Murders.
Neither have I. Jimmy says, or James rather, because it's on YouTube. We welcome all to the hashtag Funny Alliance. Wow, so inclusive.
I also tried to watch The Dark Crystal, the new one that they kind of re-released on Netflix, and again, wasn't into it. I think I tried 3 or 4 episodes, and I was like, it's kind of cringy. I don't know why I didn't like it. I never watched the original Dark Crystals. I think that was like puppets and practicals. Old 80s type stuff.
John just roasted me so hard.
What did he say?
He said, Kyle. And then he said, Orlando Loom.
Orlando Loom. We just like we start this anti Orlando Bloom podcast.
It's Orlando Loom.
More like Orlando Bloom.
See, the thing about John is John does some of the funniest stuff, but never like actively takes credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll put some of the funniest screenshots from our live streams as like the video, and we just like no one ever mentions it, but they're always so funny.
It's part of like live streaming and just being so like having such high visibility on like the internet is you just get roasted. Like you just open yourself up to any typo, any mistake, and people definitely jump on it, which you just kind of have to get used to it. People are going to roast you.
Nicole said Midsummer Murders is a British police investigation serial. They're on season 21 or 22 now, which is a lot of seasons.
I don't know if we can do that.
It's on BritBox. What's BritBox? Is that like a?
There are so many things you mentioned that I have no idea what they are.
It's so true.
Sorry, I am clearly uneducated, but we got to step up our show game.
I know.
Speaking of murder mysteries, though, I know we're way off topic. Somehow we asked for magic shows and got murder mystery shows like Dexter and stuff.
I'm not against it.
Me either. I think the best murder mystery show of all time, True Detective.
Oh, 100 with
season 1.
The one with Matthew McConaughey?
All right.
He's so good.
So good. And who's the other guy? I always forget his name.
Oh, so Cheyenne's the one who finds the screenshots and sends them to John. They're a tag team. They tag team the hilarity.
There's a whole operation.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Princess Bride. It's kind of magical. Got Miracle Max in there. I think there's a Miracle Max quote in our journal.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like, I think the quote is, if you rush a miracle, you get a bad miracle. It's pretty funny.
You guys, this is something I have to say. If Ryan was around more, Ryan is like a Rolodex, encyclopedia, whatever you want to say, of just every fandom. Like, we'll talk about stuff, and he'll be like, oh, like this, or like, oh, like that. He's so good at it.
Yeah,
I think Ryan would probably hang a lot better in these live streams when we talk about fandoms.
Yeah, he'd make us look a lot worse, probably.
Or better. He's a part of our team.
Juliana said the Princess Bride guy is in Psych. Are you talking about Wesley? Or are you talking about Inigo Montoya? Are you talking about?
I don't. Oh, is it? I think it's the super smart guy.
Oh, the Sicilian.
Is it him? Oh wow, Carissa just took our jobs from us.
Carissa just broke our hearts.
Yeah, Carissa said Coffee Talk with Zach and Ryan. Let's talk to them. Let's hang out with them instead.
Well, fine.
Oh, the thief. Who's the thief?
That's Wesley.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah, right?
Oh, so Wesley's in Psych.
He's also in so random. He's in Stranger Things season 3.
Yeah?
Yeah, I randomly remember that. I remember seeing him. He's like a politician or something. Yeah, I think he's like corrupt or something weird like that. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, he's like the bad guy. It's kind of sad.
You know, Amy, I'm actually going back cross platforms. I'm reading all the comments over there. Sherlock Holmes is my favorite fandom. Number one overall. I think Sherlock Holmes is one of the most intriguing and exciting characters.
Look at this.
I'll watch anything.
Kyle's really gonna like this comment.
Why, the Amy one?
Yeah,
that's what I was responding to.
You responded to it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm reading across the table. I'm stealing your fire.
Yeah. How about you stay over there with your comment section, and I'll stay over here with mine.
We're talking about BritBox over here.
Yeah. Well, Kyle's really excited about making a Sherlock Holmes journal.
There's nothing in the works, but I'm excited.
We haven't started any projects yet, but it is within the realm of possibility. We've talked about it for a while.
It's a higher chance than
Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Kyle talks about Miami Vice a lot, and that's more of a joke. Sherlock Holmes is possible because there's more, maybe not more. There's a more familiar formula for a fandom with like detective mystery type things, and you can make a pretty good story about it.
LL was making fun. LL said, "Oh, he's on my side."
Look,
yeah.
Robin just says Kyle wants to be with us on Facebook.
I'm nosy.
This got so competitive.
It did. It
Weirdly
really did.
enough.
I kind of like it. I mean, there's 32 people on Facebook. There's 19 people on YouTube.
19's a lot. I mean, for a first.
Yeah, for
stream.
a first stream.
But then again, there's definitely a lot of people on both at the same time, so it is a little hard to tell.
Kyle, Tubbs or Crockett? Who's your fave? Oh no. Tubbs or Crockett? I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm not as good of a fandom.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
2 comments about Sherlock Holmes. They say Benedict Cumberbatch is the best Sherlock Holmes, which I think I agree with, even though I haven't seen all of Sherlock.
Sherlock is so good.
It's on
So
BBC.
good.
It's probably on BritBox now. And then someone said, "Have you seen Enola Holmes?" I have not. Haven't seen it yet. I hear it was okay. I should probably watch it because I do like what's her name, Millie Bobby Brown or something. It's the girl that played 11 on Stranger Things. Yeah, she is Sherlock Holmes' daughter or like niece. I don't know. It's kind of like a nice little spinoff. I hear it's actually good though. A little heartwarming tale.
Tubbs and Crockett are the main characters in Miami Vice.
Ooh. That cuts deep.
That does cut deep.
Why did I just want to like press a button and have the Law and Order song play?
Juliana just told us 2 different things. Juliana said, I need to leave to go play WoW. And then on my side, she said, bye, I need to go exercise now.
What?
Are you trying to
Hold
appeal?
on, Juliana. Before you go. Yeah, Juliana, we got you. She goes, I'm going to go play WoW.
And over here it
She goes,
said,
I'm going to go exercise. Maybe she's going to go exercise her character in WoW.
or maybe, yeah, like running across the Wildy.
Wildy. The wilderness.
That's a RuneScape. That's a RuneScape deep cut.
That was a really
If anyone out there played RuneScape back in the day.
Oh my gosh. All right, Juliana, we won't scrutinize you. Hey, hopefully you get a workout in and you get to play WoW.
I actually really enjoyed that. That was really fun. That was a fun. That's something we couldn't do before.
The cross platform.
Juliana just said, "Who knows?"
Calling people out. Who knows? Okay, bye. There you go. There's the continuity you were looking for. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah, Even John caught that. John said something up. I wanted to. John said, the Twitch stream. That's what we were talking about. So on Twitch, we want to do a Twitch, but so we want to do a Twitch, but we don't have computers that are strong enough to like stream games and stream us. We have just like MacBooks. And I want to build a computer, but there's like a worldwide shortage of computer chips, of like graphics cards. So to get a graphics card right now, it's like you have like a $200, $300 premium.
Gotta know a guy.
You gotta know a guy and stuff. So we're waiting for them to kind of get back into like normal circulation so that we can build a computer. But
you guys looking for computer chips?
Yeah, you gotta talk to a scalper.
He has a big trench coat on, just full of graphics cards and computer chips. That was a weird character I just created.
That was a really weird character arc you just built for yourself.
I do miss the whole the joke of like I'm workshopping a character. It's a character I'm workshopping. Gotta love that. Anyway, dude, Tennille just said a super nice thing that I want to say. She said, "Sorry, Tennille. By the way, for all you YouTube people, Tennille is a Facebook regular who pops in frequently. She's so kind. Anyway, she said, "Sorry, just got out of another online meeting, but had to say this camera setup is perfect. Way to get it figured out, guys."
Great.
Which kind of hurts at the end there because we didn't have it figured out before, but we have it figured out now.
We're not here to be perfect.
Exactly.
We're here to figure it out, and we're going to continue to figure it out.
Dang, say it louder. Okay.
We are all iOS.
Yeah, we are.
Top down. I don't think there's any Android devices in our entire house.
Well, Bert has a PC.
Oh yeah, Bert does have a PC.
Yeah,
but he built his own PC, so he's not even like. He's kind of an NPC. Boom,
nice.
Roasted.
Nice, got
him.
Inspector Gadget.
Wait, why is YouTube retracting your messages? What are you saying? What's going on over there?
What?
Yeah, so you can see it. So like it says James I don't know how to say your last name, but Rourke. It's a message retracted. Someone's censoring our chat over here. Ooh.
Too bad you left Facebook.
Reed's an Android person. Oh, he was saying Mac is better, and they were like retracting your things. Wow, Google is not. They do not like competition. Yeah, I guess YouTube doesn't like Mac. Ouch. Remember those Mac commercials? Like, they like got a guy named MacBook.
Oh, well, yeah,
it was the other way around.
It was the other way around.
Yeah.
Microsoft found, I think he's an Australian guy. His name was MacBook, and he used a Surface. Like, it was for the Microsoft Surface computer.
Yeah.
But
I'm a PC.
He was like, yeah. He was like, this thing's way more superior than a MacBook. He's like, I'm MacBook, and I use a Surface.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube will stop you from using a Mac. Apparently they just won't let you talk bad about Android. You know?
Tennille just she repaired some damage. She said, didn't mean it as a backhanded compliment. Seriously, I just remember you had new equipment last week, so everyone with new equipment has to figure it out, and you guys did, and so quickly.
You know, that's mostly Bert.
It was really kind, Tennille. Thank you.
Yeah.
We keep trying to deflect and make it into something really mean, but it
was
wasn't.
really
It
nice
was
of
actually
you.
super nice.
It was just a super
We
nice thing to
appreciate
say. In general.
People aren't usually this nice to us.
It's true.
We're used to getting roasted.
See, they're not taking away everyone else. Jimmy, you must have said something really offensive because they're not taking anyone else's comments away.
They're dismantling the Funny Alliance from the top.
Seriously, they don't like the inclusive nature of the Funny Alliance.
What a shame. What a shame.
Android is better. Wait, we have some Android people in here?
Yeah.
You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. You know, there are more Android phones in circulation than there are Apple phones.
It's true.
There's like,
But you know, I think we got to put an end to the division, because it starts with Facebook and YouTube, and then it moves to iPhone and Android, and then it moves to iPhone 11 versus iPhone 12.
think about it this way: we could have a full subgroup where it's like, I'm a YouTube watcher on iOS
I know.
with an iPhone 9,
Yeah.
and I use what's the jailbroke my iPhone or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could get all the way down through.
Jailbroke. I haven't heard that in years.
Right? Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
Do people still jailbreak?
Not sure. Amy is asking for Jimmy to return to Facebook. Jimmy.
Whoa.
You got some fans over here.
We got a lot of Androids. LL's an Android. Reed's an Android. Cheyenne's an Android.
Yeah, we have an Android over here.
Melissa got an iPhone for work and hates it. Whoa.
Oh no. Amy says the price point for Apple products is why I never buy one. I can get an Android or custom comp for less. That is definitely true. Apple is a little bit ridiculously expensive.
Jimmy just said, I've been beckoned. That's a great word.
I know.
That's such a good word.
Yeah, someone has lit the metaphorical Funny Alliance Jimmy spotlight in the sky.
LL said, neener, neener, neener. We have Jimmy. I love that.
It's Red Robin.
I love this competition. It's weird because it actually.
I think we have a majority of Android over here.
Really?
He's back. Jimmy's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back like he never left.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
what? What? We get a weird comment?
we're getting really weird comments. I don't know who this is.
Is it like spam or something?
I think so, or maybe it's just really confusing.
One thing that we learned is that the more spam comments you get, the bigger you're getting. Because
It's true.
spam doesn't really target small live streams.
Dude, I have no idea what's going on. We're getting some of the weirdest comments. Someone said Nick clogged Kyle's toilet with poop, and then said Nick pooped his pants, and then said Kyle stole Nick's weed whacker, pooped pants. And then
There is a story here.
LL just said Nami sounds spammy.
Yeah, what a oddly intricate spam message.
Right? Hey.
I can neither confirm nor deny the events.
And then all they responded with was poopy in all caps. Can we kick them?
I bet you can. Oh. Oop, they've been removed. Look at that.
Put user in timeout. That's right. I put the user in a timeout.
They have timeout?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No one gets to talk about poop pants. They are suspended for 300 seconds.
You've been suspended for 300 seconds. Jimmy says, told you YouTube is sketch.
It is. It is sketch.
It is a little sketch. Hey, it's our first time on the platform though. But
It's
hey,
true.
let's not forget that on our launch day for Royal Purple, we got spammed like crazy.
It's true.
We had this huge live stream going. We had this big event that was set up, obviously to get early access to the website so you could get your purple journals that I just realized I never written our journals. Oops. And, we got a ton of spammers on Facebook. So they exist everywhere. The Namis of the world will persist to tell you that you pooped your pants.
It's true. Someone said, "What?" I'm reading your stuff, so. Yeah, I think Zach was for 4 hours. Zach and John were fighting against the spammer alliance. Yeah, Melissa said, "Drive 4 blocks, missed so much." Yeah, we just got our first spammer on YouTube, which is kind of exciting.
Robin said the banish staff has been wielded. We should get a physical ban, like a ban hammer or a banish staff or a timeout grenade. Whatever we can think of weapon-wise that correlates to the power that we have.
So
responsibility.
LL let us know that this is probably the last time that LL is going to be on YouTube. Because it's easier to type on Facebook.
Man. Well, we'll welcome you home. Welcome back, LL, to Facebook.
So I looked away for a second and came back to a spammer. What is happening, lol? No
happens.
poopy pants here today. Nami to naughty chair for 300 seconds.
Nami to the naughty chair. I mentioned the timeout grenade, and it reminded me of the holy hand grenade from Monty Python. You can read the rule book before we hoist
Yeah.
the timeout grenade.
People are talking about how Trey is the one who wields the ban hammer. So we
He has
need to.
returned with the ban hammer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited. I'm kind of excited to see what happens after 300 seconds because I want to see what. It's 5 minutes. I'm excited to see if Nami comes back and then see what other types of actions we're able to take.
I know. I haven't clogged any toilets in the house
Seriously.
yet.
And what we do, that's our business. It's not Nami's business.
Nami.
Yeah. Give
Unless
us a
Nami
break.
is Zach.
That would be wild. Imagine if that was Zach. Zach made it a
Zach would never write
a burner.
that
It's true.
poorly.
Zach's too good of a writer. That's the problem.
Exactly.
It would be way more hurtful if he really went for our throats. It'd be way more hurtful, way better as far as content's concerned.
Erica says you didn't recognize her on YouTube yet.
Wait, Erica, you're
Unless
on YouTube?
Erica is Nami, which would be quite the twist.
That would be the twist.
I hope you're not, though.
Ooh, Trey's moving this weekend.
Really? Oh, that's right. I think I remember hearing about that. Dude.
Oh, Cheyenne made a good point. You've been spilling so many beans. At a certain point, you're going to be clogging toilets.
Dumping all the beans down the toilet. Oh, man.
Yeah, we got staffs, we have wands, we have grenades, we have all these different tools in order to to make sure that this is a safe environment for everyone.
Yeah. Someone said, does a wrapping paper roll count as a staff? To which I say, of course it does.
I don't know how to say that. But Erica, I have noticed you on there. I wasn't able to click into your thing, but I'm sorry that I haven't acknowledged you. But yes, I have noticed your comments there. It was the beans that brought Nami here, is what John said. And then Cheyenne said the poopy beans.
We're talking about making staffs over here. So
Yeah, we're
talking about real world staffs over here on Facebook.
We're definitely just talking about poop over here.
Can we make an alliance between the staff smiths of Facebook and the poop conversers of YouTube? Can we find common ground?
Those go for $100 a cup. You are the kings of journal. I have spoken. Ooh. Reed said we're the kings of the journal.
Wow. This is
Kings of journals. Whoa.
I'm the king of the journals.
That's a high praise.
And all the journals are the ones I have in my garage. Steampunk staff.
Steampunk staff.
This is getting deeper and deeper over here.
Next journal color, poopy brown. Could you imagine if we just made that? Just
the cheap joke. Yeah, it's like I don't want to throw it. Yeah, Dragonfire red, poop brown.
LL is like, I have got to get back over to Facebook.
Yeah, she's like, how do I get out of here?
This is not where I want to be. You know.
All right.
So this is my question. Is it a little weird? So Nick and I spend most of our time not actually looking at the camera because we're reading the comments. Does that make it a worse experience? Because normally we go off our like webcams, so we're looking at our computers. Does that make it worse? Does it make it better? How do we feel about that?
We could elevate this because we're using a laptop to stream off of. We could elevate it a little bit, and I guess it might help, but not really because our eyes are here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe we need a monitor in the middle that has both chats.
That could be cool.
But that's pretty advanced stuff.
That is pretty advanced stuff.
We have to level up a little bit. I think that's probably the future, though. We could still have laptops here to type back to people, but just a live feed of like whatever live streaming channels we're on. I feel like we're setting up the NASA space station dashboard.
See,
people say no. Amy says no. Melissa says no. Jimmy says no. Don says it's all good.
LL said, I want to leave here because of all the poopy talk, and then makes a poopy joke.
Jimmy says the YouTube chat is devolving into madness.
So LL said my next wand needs to be the plunger of power.
Oh, man.
See, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth here.
A plunger is kind of like a staff.
It's more of a staff than a wand.
And you guys have a poopy problem on YouTube, but we have a staff solution on Facebook.
Staff solution. Yeah, Reed, thanks. We're gonna hold off on the PCs for now, but that's a really kind offer. He offered to sell us his PC setup. We're not ready to make the plunge yet.
I think we have seen your setup though, Reed.
Yeah.
I remember actually pulling up your unboxing video, and Kyle was like, "That's a nice setup."
Yeah, I did say that exact thing.
It's a nice little setup you got going on there, Reed. I'd hate to take it away from you.
The kings of puns. Is that us?
I don't know if we are.
There have been many times where I make a pun and I have to be. It has to be explained to me that it's not actually a pun.
Tennille says she feels like she needs to go to YouTube to understand what's going on right now. Well, Tennille, let me catch you up to speed. About 10 minutes ago, there was a spammer in the YouTube comment section named Nami. We have since put her in 300-second timeout, which we learned that you could do upon Nami's arrival. Nami was typing in all caps about pooping and clogging toilets. There's a weed whacker mentioned. All things that were somewhat irrelevant to the things we're talking about today. And paving the way as the first ever spammer to drop into a Saturday morning live stream. So we put her in timeout, and somehow she left such an impactful mark on the YouTube comment section, it has devolved into just talking about poop. While over here on Facebook, we continue to talk about making staffs, PC and Mac. More nuanced and educated conversation happen here in the Facebook live stream.
But John made a really good point.
What do you say?
John said, since the chat devolved into madness about poopy madness, if you will, the viewership's actually gone up.
There needs to be like a law, like Kyle's law. All YouTube chat will eventually devolve into poop talk.
Why does my name keep getting put into these laws? Like Zach has Kyle's law that whenever two or more
Whenever 2 or 4 Caucasian males are talking,
Joe Rogan will come up at some point.
Joe Rogan will eventually make an arrival into the conversation. That's a great law.
But it's also Kyle's law. Why do I keep getting thrown into the? It's not me. I understand it's all Kyle's,
Yeah,
but like
it's the moniker. Is that the right word?
no, it's the
It's like Kyle's the.
it's the persona of a Kyle.
Yeah.
Melissa is stockpiling funny memes for next Friday.
Tennille said, "My brother used to leave impactful comments in his underwear too."
Impactful marks, I meant.
That was good.
Facebook's turning into the poop chat too.
I know, Tennille. Come on, get us out of here.
Yeah. People are now raving about the fact that they're excited for Melissa's.
I think Tennille just took a big step right into the funny alliance.
just entered the front gate.
Yeah,
Said, "I have
the
arrived."
threshold right into the funny alliance.
But yeah, people are getting excited about Melissa's meme stockpiling. The vault that
Oh goodness gracious!
because we have funny times
Oh no!
for
Jimmy just gave us the mark of death. He says now the Facebook is devoting. I think he means devolving into madness,
yeah,
just like Murphy and Murphy's Law. Correct.
right. So
Correct,
like
Becky.
I wouldn't want to be called Murphy.
It's
Name. Do people still name their kids Murphy? Is that a name? Is that like your first name still?
Oh yeah,
How many Murphys do you know?
Papa Murphy's, Eddie Murphy, Murph from Interstellar.
I know one
The
Murphy.
kid's name
Remember
is
Murphy from NU? Murph?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that his name? Murph?
Murphy.
Was that his full name, Murphy?
I think so.
The more I say it, the
less real it
the less
sounds.
It's like, why does it feel so wrong the more I say it?
You know, Melissa makes a good point. Good thing Kyle is not the male Karen.
Oh man.
Bob Saget and Dumb and Dumber.
Tennille said, seriously though, it is usually to have these types. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. So I think she's asking, is it usual to have 2 different types of chat on like the same live stream? And she said it feels like 2 different entirely conversations going on. I think she's right. I think we eventually have to find a way to make it feel like people aren't missing out on another platform.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it's weird. There is a certain energy about the madness of having 2 different chats going on and trying to tell both sides what's happening. It's almost like a virtual game of telephone.
That's really all we're doing is we're just we're trying to have like a shared conversation.
But see, it's fun because what it is like this is like a big family, just all chatting. And everyone's talking at once, and we're just here to make sure that everyone knows what everyone's saying. And Cheyenne loves the competition feel.
Interesting. I don't know. Melinda's got your back. She said, "I'm pretty sure Chad is the male Karen and not Kyle." Here's my spicy opinion. I know everyone has really gone to town about Karens, but it's not like people get to choose the names they have.
It's true.
Oh, there's a lot of people named Karen that are, I'm sure, not Karens. You know what I mean? There's probably a lot of Chads that aren't Chads, and clearly there's a lot of Kyles that aren't Kyles.
We haven't talked about Joe Rogan once. Well,
Except 3 or 4 times. But besides that,
yeah, that's tough. It's really tough.
yeah.
It's like I feel so bad. Like, is there a better way to? Because the thing is that people who like go into customer service environments and ruin people's days, like they should be called out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like,
It's not okay.
Just like tagging someone with the name Karen.
Yeah, that's less.
It's not very nice. It's not very kind.
Yeah. Kyle's Law just happened.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's an inevitable truth.
Robin is keeping charts and graphs. She's running the experiment now.
LL said, "This is fun, although I want to have both up on different devices." This does feel like a family dinner, a drunk uncle,
Jeez.
a poopy head pre-adolescent kid. Like,
Wow.
so true.
Erica said the Karens I know embrace the Karen memes for the lols.
Really?
It's kind of an interesting pivot. It's like if everyone's calling you the villain, then you have to become the villain.
So true.
You know what I mean? People act how they're treated.
Melissa said, "Haven't you done 2 chats with Instagram or Twitter or something like I don't use?" We did a triple stream once. We did TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. But it's not quite like this. We don't have the mics. We don't have all the stuff.
It's true.
But
so Tennille just said, I'm the poster child for the fact that children most definitely do not get to choose their own names. But I actually really like your name, Tennille.
it's really cool. Even though it took Nick a few times, a few run-throughs to get the pronunciation correct.
You know,
It hasn't happened in a long time.
I do that with everyone's names, though. But here's the sad part. My dad's name is Neil. That's most of your name. Well,
true.
Yeah, that's most of your name. And I should have been quicker on the draw there. Yeah.
I thought, Reed, I thought that you had your PC. He said, "How did you guys see my setup?" I thought there was like a little bit of PC shot in there. It has like a red glow. I don't know. I'm just chatting.
Okay.
Everyone's a villain in someone's story. Dang.
Ooh,
That's profound.
Tanya hitting deep. You know, it's so funny. So we get this comment all the time. People trying to be clever. They always say on like our ads and stuff. You might see it before. You may have seen it before. People go, what about the villain's journal? Or like, what about the villain's diary? I don't want the hero's journal. I want to be a villain. And then people will comment the nuance of, they'll say, villains see themselves as the hero of a twisted story. People will come in and be like, aren't villains just the hero of their own story?
Boom.
It's kind of a can of worms I don't really want to get into, but there's probably a talking head video to be made about a story only being as effective as its perception. It's kind of like what's that Broadway show? Is it Wicked? Never seen it. I'm pretty sure Wicked is a Broadway musical or something. It might just be a show. I don't know, but I think it's some classic fairy tale. It might be Cinderella. Anyway, but it's from the witch's point of view. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's the protagonist. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Someone definitely is going to have to school me on the thing I just referenced, because I realized the moment I said I didn't know much about it. But
Alyssa said, "Yes, it is Wicked." And then LL said, "Wicked is excellent and a good example of this." Wizard of Oz?
yeah, it's Wizard of Oz.
Gotcha.
Okay, Wicked is retelling of Wizard of Oz. What did I say? Cinderella?
Did you? I was honestly.
Whoops. You wasn't listening to me?
Sometimes I zone out a little bit.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, you got to be on. It's hard to be on
It's
all the
probably
time.
because you haven't eaten anything today. But I got to eat half of my burrito.
So true.
So I'm just like,
I'm
on another plane right now.
Yeah, I try not to eat before I run.
Okay, so Wicked is about the Wicked Witch of the West, and it's her perspective on the Wizard of Oz.
Love
So
it.
is Dorothy the bad guy then?
I can feel that. Yeah,
Is Toto the bad?
that's how
Dog.
Maleficent got made.
Yeah, Maleficent is a movie. I watched the first one with Angelina Jolie, of all people. That's what I got mixed up with. It wasn't Cinderella. It was Sleeping Beauty, and it wasn't Wicked. It was Maleficent that I was thinking of.
Yeah. It's all we're saying here is that it's a growing thing. I'm kind of sad Nami didn't come back. Weirdly enough.
The way that you pivoted into that, it was like truly came from your heart.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, we all rallied around something. Like, there was a moment where we all had something that was happening live.
We don't have a common enemy anymore.
That, we get to reference that for years. we get to make comments about Nami, and it's just between. Maybe Nami was Beetlejuice. It was the technical version of Beetlejuice.
Nope.
Did I use that wrong? Is it the wrong quote?
Oh, because you summoned her.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that was what it
Nami
was.
juice. Nami juice, Nami juice, Nami juice. So they're saying Wicked is actually a prequel. which is kind of interesting. So maybe in the true canon of Wizard of Oz, you still have a clear villain for the sake of clarity, but real life is never that clear. You know, differing perspective change the narrative of a story, which is, I think, as we continue to release different genres of journals and like different tropes and things like that, like there may be a way to experiment with different perspectives. Because we've thought about, like, this is such an out there thought, but like having like the same story but releasing 4 different journals that are just from different perspectives of characters. It's kind of like a D&D campaign, I guess, where everyone's sharing the same campaign, but they kind of see it through the own eyes of like their character and all that stuff. And they kind of have their own like little journeys and side quests and things like that.
It would be like a group campaign. Like you could
Exactly, yeah.
You could buy a group of a 4-pack, and you and 3 friends could go on the same quest,
Yeah.
and you could talk about what is going on in your
Right.
particular perspective.
It's kind of an interesting thought. I think that's all we've really thought about it. We have no plans to make anything like that. But it just on the note of story and perception, and I don't know, it's kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah. Well, on that note, it's been an hour and a half. 90 minutes.
Time has really
90 minutes on the dot.
really flown by.
Thank you all for coming and joining us on this Saturday morning. I know it's never easy. I mean, it's not Saturday morning for everyone, but I know it's not always easy to take the time out of your busy lives, out of your busy quests.
Yeah.
But you know, this was truly an enjoyable experience. I think having both streams brought a different energy. A lot of times we kind of start slow here on the Saturday morning coffee chat. We keep it pretty low, keep it pretty like low energy.
But we can't. It's Magic Month. We got to ramp it up.
Magic Month's all about the energy.
Yeah, we usually. I mean, it's really fun to see how much this thing has grown. Like when we started this, I don't think we had a YouTube channel yet, and now we have a YouTube channel. We're halfway or a little over halfway to 2,000 subscribers, which we're really proud of. And we have this live stream platform now on YouTube. I'm sure that there's been some new people that never would have watched us otherwise. So it's cool to have live stream on both platforms. But platforms aside, YouTube channels aside, there all these comments, all this interaction, engagement, all the laughs, and even Nami. It all represents real people. Well, maybe not Nami, but it all represents real people with real stories and real lives that are taking the time out of their days to talk with us. Sometimes about nonsense, sometimes about spilling the beans or whatever we want, sometimes about magical fandoms. And I think for that, we're just really, really, really thankful. We seriously see this as like talking to people and having a conversation with you guys. And it's something that we always look forward to every week. So much so that we've never missed it.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Even like when like Nick had a migraine, or I got sick that one time and me and Bert did it, or I had to go go pick up some wood from a guy in the forest, which is a weird sentence.
There's always one of us at least.
Yeah. So it's worked out
Saturday
so far.
Morning.
And we'll be back on Monday. We'll be live streaming on Monday for sure. And we're trying to figure out the cadence of what is a good amount of live streaming for Magic Month. I think every day might be a lot, but we are going to try to up our overall output for the month Magic Month.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think we quite have like a regular schedule hammered out quite yet. We'll probably kind of mostly go with the challenges for the day and that kind of thing. One thing I will say that will be kind of regular is, if you were a part of the live stream yesterday, you witnessed us give someone a Nintendo Switch. We also gave, it's right there. We also gave away a Magic 8-Ball and then a Funkoverse Harry Potter board game. That is because we're celebrating Magic Month, all of our Magic fandoms. And one of the ways we're celebrating that is giving away a lot of things. Some of them are journal related. Some of them are things that we make. Some of them are just things that we bought because they put a smile on our face and we wanted to give them away to you lovely people. So every Friday for the next 30 or so days
at 2 o'clock,
we will be doing giveaways. So tune in for those. That's where you will get a chance to win the prizes and journal goodies and all that stuff. So it's our pleasure. all we're asking is that you tune into the live stream and that you kind of celebrate Magic Month with us, and you could win some free stuff. So it's really fun for us to do that, and that's what you want to tune in for.
So we're gonna commit to a time on Monday right now.
Okay.
I think we should go later in the day.
I think
Let's
so, too.
let's hit a 2 p.m. on Monday.
2 p.m. on Monday it is.
2 p.m. That is subject to change for future live streams, but for the sake of it being in 2 days, Monday at 2 p.m. we will be live streaming again, and then I think we'll come back on Wednesday. That's my plan right now. Is next week will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll see how that feels, and then we can make changes from there for the following week. But
speaking of feels, it feels good to give people free stuff.
it feels really good.
And Jimmy just had a good idea. He said, I think we should do a little giveaway for Saturday morning people. And I think you're right. It's been a very consistent group, and there's a good chance we might be giving away some stuff. Maybe it's coffee related. Maybe it's not. But more info on that later.
Dang, Melissa just roasted us, but in the nicest way possible. Melissa said, vary the time. Some of us have real jobs. And we 100% get to live an absolute dream. This is like the coolest life I could have ever asked for. Real or fake job, this is the coolest thing I could do with my life. So thank you all for supporting us.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like the biggest honor of my life so far.
Me too. It's like my life's work. I think I said that to someone the other day, and I was like, that sounds a little ridiculous. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, it's kind of true. And what a life's work it's been.
Yeah, I'll for next week, next Saturday, I'm gonna do some thinking. I'm gonna go get my favorite bag of local coffee.
Nice.
And we'll give it away next Saturday.
Yeah, we love local coffee, and we love giving people stuff. So it only makes sense.
Yeah. Well, until Monday, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. If you're watching football, hope your team wins.
And watch our podcast if you want to know more spilled beans about the Journal, because we do talk about it, and it should be released by now on YouTube. Check us out. All right, y'all.
Cheyenne has a really quick question.
Oh, okay. One last question.
One last question from Cheyenne on YouTube, the better side of the internet.
Okay.
And if we get we'll get decafs. We might get decaf for LL, because I can always switch up if you win. We're waiting in suspense.
Silently waiting for Cheyenne's comment. What if she goes? What if she types in all caps? Nick clogged the toilet. Poopy pants. Weed whacker.
Cheyenne said, "When the magic giveaways happen, will our names be duplicated each week, or will they be all new names?" We're going to do all brand new. So we're going to do the same questionnaire like this week. Because we want to give it away to people who are in the live stream. So yeah, it's going to be completely random each week. The names don't get duplicated week over week.
Yeah, it's a live giveaway.
Yeah.
So we want people in that particular live stream to know the giveaway's coming and to, wait with that anticipation to see if their name gets called. So yeah. Also, Jimmy called YouTube the poopy side of the internet. And I think that's a good stopping place today.
All right. See you guys later.